So I asked you guys the question, what is a killer that you hate for a dumb reason? Some of you understood the assignment perfectly well. Some of you did not understand it at all and just gave me like reasons that you believe are genuine. So here's a video where I'm gonna laugh at people for their opinions. Crack open a can of your favorite energy drink. Gotta get that crack. Let's make fun of people, shall we? Oni. Even a barely decent one can snowball to get instant 4Ks with good perks. Just a killer I never survive against. You know that's a skill issue, right? You know that's your fault, that you're not very good at playing against Oni. And you know that you can fix that, right? Like, you can just learn how to play against Oni, and then you'll be fine. So, that's my prescription. Play more against Oni. Trapper. I always step into traps during chase, because I always have my camera looking at him, instead of in front of me to look out for traps. They do acknowledge it's a skill issue on my end, but when I get a Trapper, I just want to go next. I have a weird relationship with Trapper, because I totally agree. I'm so used to looking behind myself during chases, and Trapper just puts you on edge, right? He's the ultimate killer for, like, creating anxiety, and for several games after I've played against Trapper, I'll still be looking for traps, just psychologically, because everything else in the game is just natural. It's like, oh, I don't need to think about the fact that Deathslinger's aiming down his sights, he's gonna shoot. Like, that, he's aiming down his sights, he's probably going to shoot, or he's dummying it, right? I just know exactly how to deal with that and handle that. This is really bright on my face, isn't it? Is that better? I don't know if that's better. Why is it so bright? I live in the UK. What is going on? Alright, here's how we're going to do the rest of the video. Alright, we're gaming. It's a gamer setup now. Oh, it looks so much worse, though. That's an improvement. That's a bit better, I guess. Skull Merchant. This is what I wanted. This is the kind of comment I wanted. Skull Merchant, because that yat distracts me. We all know what you're talking about. We all know what skin you're talking about. I don't even need to put it on the screen. But I'm going to anyway. Because we all know what you're talking about. That is the best reason to dislike Skull Merchant. Huntress, because I face her too much. Also find her hatchet so inconsistent. I think there's that thing where when you run away or run around a corner, your hitbox is always... So in DBD, your hitbox is always slightly behind where you're actually standing as a survivor. So if you're running that way, your hitbox is like... It's always a little bit behind you, which is very frustrating, and yeah, it can make hits feel inconsistent. Freddy, because everyone I've ever faced always has bad ping and gets lunges that shouldn't be hitting. I can tell you exactly why this is. It's not about ping. Freddy is one of very few killers that attacks using his hand, right? Everyone else has a weapon, which means when they lunge, they can extend their weapon out, and that, like, comes further out, and it looks more realistic. Whereas with Freddy, it's just his hand, so he can only stretch so far without it looking weird. And as a result of that, it does often feel like Freddy is getting lunges that he shouldn't be getting, but it's because of that. I think when you play against Freddy, you just need to think, like, he's hitting with his hand. I need to remember that that's going to look slightly different. It's going to feel slightly different to other killers. I mean, the actual answer is it's lore accurate Freddy. Wraith, go invisible, go visible, go invisible, go visible, down. Always DC, or quickly make myself die. This is the issue, man. This is the issue of people. The guy earlier saying that does playing as Oni. Same issue at the minute with Skull Merchant, who can be countered. I agree that Skull Merchant is quite overpowered, but can be countered. If every time, there's a killer you don't like, and every time you go against that killer, you DC or you yourself, you're not going to get better at playing against that killer. Your skill is always going to stay at one level. In life, when faced with a challenge that you don't think you can overcome, the only thing you can do is run head first at it and try your best to overcome it. The best advice you can give to a new player to DBD is to just get into as many chases as possible and keep getting downed, because every chase you lose, you will learn something from it. And it's the same, if you struggle playing against Wraith, the solution is not to DC, it's to try your best to figure out what it is that's not clicking with you, what's not working for you, and overcome it. Simple as that. By the way, you beat Skull Merchant by taking out her drones. You can also crouch to avoid their beam, and you can only get hit by the drones when in the beam, when they're inactive. I don't know if the thing still turns when it's inactive, but just crouch when the beam's, like, facing your way. I don't understand why people struggle with her drones, because they're quite easy. Nemesis, because they always have better ping than me, and I get BS'd a lot. This is another thing. I don't think there's actually any correlation between a type of killer someone plays and how good their internet is. There isn't, like, a consortium of people going, oh, well, I've got good internet, so I'm going to play Nemesis today, and you've got bad internet, so you're going to play Freddy. It's like, that'd be funny, wouldn't it, if Behavior implemented a feature where it's like, if your ping's bad, you can only play this lot of killers. If your ping's good, you can only play this lot of killers. That's an idea for a modifier right there. Get on it, Behavior. Plague, speaking as a killer main, healing is the most fun part... What? Healing is the most fun part of DBD as a survivor. Without it, game is just too dull for me. Legion, vice versa, is one of the most fun killers to play against, since you can heal and mend. Is this real? Are you serious? Chases, that's boring. Holding down M1 on generators, that's boring. But those healing bars fill up. That's my bread and butter. That is such a weird opinion, man. That is such a weird opinion. That in your mind, holding down one version of M1 is the most fun part of DBD. He didn't say something I enjoy or find satisfying. He said healing is the most fun part of DBD. Speaking as a killer main, healing is the most fun part of DBD. What? That doesn't help. It's like, oh, I like chasing killers and hitting them, but I don't get to hold down M1 enough as killer. It's like behavior. Can you give us an M1? I want to hold down M1 for 16 seconds, please. The game's just not complete without it. I feel like I'm being really mean, but that's a strange opinion, right? That's a strange thing to find fun. Watching progress bars fill up is the least interesting part of DBD. It's the worst part of DBD. I don't get that at all, man. But you know, you do you. To each their own. And how does that differ from repairing generators holding down M1? Is it the noises? Do you like the noises? Do you like switching the screen off and just listening to the noises and just imagining some fan fiction sort of thing in your head? I don't like Xeno because it's pretty weird when it swaps standing up and crawling. What? I don't like that animation. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Lizard should either be on the ground or standing upright, not both. My dog likes to jump up at the window when he sees someone walk past and just kind of stand there like he's protecting us. Would that freak you out? Would that creep you out? All right, that's almost every single comment on here. Some of them I just didn't have a reaction to. I'm sorry. Let's do another one of these. What's a dumb reason that you hate a perk? And again, like, I'm not saying what's an actual genuine reason that you hate this perk. It's like, well, when my wife divorced me and she was moving her things out the house, I was playing a Survivor game, and I was lifting up any means necessary as she shut the door for the last time, and my family had fallen apart, and so I don't like any means necessary. Yeah, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. It's a video in the bag right there. I've uploaded like 4 videos this month. I'm sorry. It's been a weird time. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. But not when my face is like bloody completely white. I think the way this is going to work long term is sometimes I will need to take a step back. I want to be doing 3 videos a week, but I think sometimes I'll need to go like, I'm just going to take a step back because I'm not currently enjoying this. Or there are other things I need to focus on. And I think that's the only way that I'm going to make this work long term. Without catastrophizing, because I was like, yesterday I was like, I haven't done one video. I did 1 video this week and it got like 3k views. My YouTube career's over. I'm just going to pack all this in. And then I had this idea for this video and I thought, actually, I'm going to do this because this will be fun to make. And Xenomorph is coming out today, so that's positive. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this, let me know and I'll do more because let's make fun videos.